The next module is the book module. First though, go to your library and select a folder so I can show you what's going to happen. I'm going to use the extra photos collection. So if I select that and then I choose the book module over here, look what happens. A photo book is automatically created. Now, if you want to start from scratch, you can just click the clear book option and it starts sort of a blank book. But if you do want to automatically create a book from a set of photos, just select that collection and then choose book. Now, I'll quickly go over some of the options here. Again, this module is a little bit outside of the scope of the video editing aspect of this course, but I do want to show you the capabilities of Lightroom. So starting at the top, you do have this book type. So you could create a blurb book, which is an actual print-on-demand service, so you can buy online after you've created within Lightroom, or you can create your own sort of PDF or JPEG book. And so really it's up to you, but it's kind of cool if you want to quickly and easily create a book that you can buy online. That being said, there's lots of other services out there to buy or to create photo books, and so this might not be the one you want. So just creating a PDF might be good. But for example, with Blurb, you have different sizes, and these are preset sizes that Blurb has to offer. So we can create some sort of larger landscape option, and if we do, we are going to choose change and resize so that it automatically adjusts the photos that it's already added. It has the paper type, logo option, and then it shows the estimated price in US dollars and a number of other currencies. If you click Learn More, it will open up the Blurb website and talk about how Lightroom and Blurb work together. Next, you have this auto layout option. So it's automatically set up to have a left blank page with a right page that has one photo. And then choose Clear Layout and then Auto Layout to automatically lay the photos out how you've set it up. You can also create an layout preset with multiple photos per page or text and photos per page, and it will automatically create that sort of layout as well. So that's for automatically creating your photo book, but there's lots of ways you can edit these photos after the fact as well. But before we go over that, you have page options like adding page numbers. You can choose where you want those page numbers to be. You can add pages. So for example, if you have a specific number of pages you want, you can just click to add pages that you want, and these are photo pages, or you can add blank pages. So if you do that twice, it'll have multiple blank pages in a row. You can also add custom sort of preset pages. So if you click this drop-down menu, you have your 3-page photo options. So say we have that, and if we have one of these pages selected, and you just click on one of these options, it will replace it. Same with one of these options where you have the photo book page all set up and you change it, it will have changed the layout basically. So that's how you adjust the layout quickly. And then if you want to add photos, you can find the photos from your photo tray down here, or you can open up a new folder, for example. And we can click and literally just drag and drop the photos right there into the sort of window frame or the photo frame. The next options below page, you have guides. So this is going to give you a guide for printing. So it might be easier to view full screen one of these pages. So if I click this button right here to view the 2 pages or just this one to view 1 page, you can see these guides. So this page bleed option, this is somewhere to be careful about because sometimes this can get cut off. You have your text safe area, which is this box right here, which is a good place to place text within it. You don't want to have text out on the outside of that. If you want to see the photo cells or not, if we go here, we can turn on and off the photo cells. I don't know why you would want to have that off. And then you have your filler text. So if you have a template, for example, with some text, and then we zoom into that page and we turn on filler text, it's just going to create that sort of standard filler text so you can see it right there. Next, you have your cell options, which is the padding. So these are cells. These are the little photo frames that you can fill up. So let me just add a couple more photos to these frames. Just use this one again. So if I select one of these cells and then I increase the padding, you can see that it kind of adds space around the edges, and this is doing it to all edges at the same rate. Or you can do it individually by dropping down this arrow, checking on which one you want to adjust, and then just dragging that specific one to the left or right. You can do multiple at the same time by selecting multiple, just shift clicking them on the book itself, and then adjusting the padding scale here. When I click on this, you can see the zoom option. So the zoom option is going to allow you to zoom in your photo, zoom it in or out. And so depending on the quality of your photo, it might allow you to zoom in further or not. That will depend on the quality of the photo as well as the size of the book. So it's not going to let you zoom in past 100% because that means you're going to start losing quality. And when you go up to 100%, you get this sort of arrow message that says that you're going to start losing quality at that percentage. If you want to add some text to a photo, such as like a caption on a photo, you can click that photo and you can either choose add photo text here or check on this button. And then, for example, we might want to say whatever it is. Maybe it's the person's name, William Kernahan, or maybe it's the camera you used or the place you shot it, or just some sort of caption. So you can adjust the size and things. So let's just put that on there so you can see. So we have it there. And you can change the offset. You can have it align with the photo or not. Or if you want to automatically adjust what text is on the photo, you can choose this custom text button and choose something like sequence or file name. For example, if you already have all the photos named the way you want, this would be a quick way to add photo text to all of these photos at once with the date or the equipment that was used or whatever you want. Of course, you want to make sure you check this because some photos, it might have the right information. Sometimes it doesn't have all that metadata. Now, to adjust the style of the text, you have all these type tools. For example, this text right here, it's too hard to see, so I would probably make it white. You can also change the font. You can change the size, the style, centering it here, left justify, right justify, all kinds of sort of your typical type adjustments there. If you have a background that you want to apply to your book, you can choose to add a photo as a background, or you have some presets. So for example, for travel, you have some presets. Let me just show you what happens when we do that across the entire book. Now we have that background. Now it's hard to say because we only have a couple sort of templates that don't fill the frame, but you can see that we have that background sort of template now for all of those pages. If we drop a photo in the background, for example, now it's going to make that the background. It creates it nice low opacity so that it doesn't really compete with the images on the page. Now, one other sort of quick thing, if you want to quickly adjust the template, page template, just click on the page down in the bottom right. There's this drop down arrow and you can choose a new template. You also have these other ones, these more creative ones such as wedding. These are templates that Lightroom says these are great for weddings. To add text into a text box, you just click on the text box in the image itself or on the page itself and then just start typing. So as you can see, there's a lot you can do here with building books in Lightroom. I would say it's probably a good thing to use if you're creating PDFs. If you are printing out with Blurb, that's great. But if you're printing out with another service, it's probably the best idea to export your photos as high quality files and then upload them and use that other photo book creator, whether it's Shutterfly or whatever it is that you use. But for creating PDFs, it's a cool thing too. When you are done and ready to save, such as a PDF, just click the Export Book to PDF button. Choose where you want to save it, and then it will save it as a book or a PDF, but with this book layout. All right, thanks so much for watching. This was the book module. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next lesson on the slideshow module.